Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carole at Big Cat Rescue, and I thought we would do a little walk around today. But before I get over to where the cats are, I needed to test the microphone. Yesterday when Lisa and I were going around and she was reading the book, the microphone was not picking up from her, and so before I head out there I need to know whether or not I should be carrying all of this gear. So if you guys could let me know if you can hear me very clearly or if you're hearing just a lot of wind noise. These are ibis. Amanda Tiger caught an ibis the other day. She's going to be 25 years old next month, and she's still something else. I'm doing a sound check here. Can anybody tell me if you can hear me? It should be really, really clear because I have the microphone inside my mask. But if you are not hearing me, it means this microphone is not working. All right, is anybody hearing me out there? Jan says you can hear clearly. Dad says she can hear clearly. Well, good. I don't know what was happening with our microphone the other day. All right, well, I am on foot, so there is some wind noise. Sorry about that. It's super windy, and I was trying to decide whether or not I should even do this because of all of the wind. Hope everyone is having a very meowy Catmas Eve. For those who don't live in Florida, I'm going to make you all jealous. It's 77 degrees here. Oh, it's so beautiful. So beautiful out. Thank you, Dad. I love this microphone when I can get it to work. I don't know why it wasn't working the other day. I must not have. I don't know what it did. I did oh my goodness, look at all those vultures up there. You guys saying I look dead? I'm about worn out. As you guys know, with us not being able to give tours and this being such a busy time for us usually, that's cut about $1 million out of our budget, and so I've been doing cameos to try and make up for the shortfall. And one of the things that I did to try and get more people to buy cameos was to give 24-hour service. And a lot of people are taking me up on that. So it's been pretty crazy. I'm guessing since this back gate is locked, everybody has finished for the day. So it will just be us kittens. Yeah, I'm guessing all of this wind is because of the changing weather. It's supposed to get colder tonight and tomorrow. Now I can't get my keys out of the lock. Oh, gosh. I'm holding too much stuff. I should have worn my backpack. I do feel for all of you that are dealing with snow. I don't know how people live with that stuff. I just hate it. So right now, Amanda Tiger is in vacation rotation. If any of you are new, vacation rotation is our 2.5-acre vacation spot, and a different tiger gets that each month. This month it's Amanda. And then there are 8 cages across the street here. Usually 4 of them, each one is 1,800 square feet. Usually 4 of them belong to Amanda, and 4 of them 4.5 belong to Amanda, and 4 of them belong to Aria. But since Amanda's out playing on vacation for the next month, we gave Aria all 8 cages. So she can pick from 8 dens, 8 pools, 8 feeding lockouts, 8 different views on the lake. Yeah, I think I missed part of your conversation there, but cats who are born in cages are doomed to live in cages their entire lives. It's not legal to set them free. It wouldn't work anyway because they've been raised by people, and the first thing they would do is go up to people and kill them. Because even when they are raised by people, they are not our friends. They are always looking for that opportunity. Can you guys see Sapphire? Oh, there's Amanda Tiger. Are you loving vacation? Yeah. Everybody on the Explore camera saw you with your ibis. Because it's so windy, all of the cats who are in open-topped cages have been locked in their safety entrances, or their, not the safety entrances, in their roof sections. Whenever we think the winds are going to go up to 30 miles an hour, which is said it could overnight, then we'll lock the cats up, because if a tree were to go down, that could create a ramp right out of there. And we wouldn't want that. Thank you for posting that link, bigcatrescue.org/go-free. That explains all of the reasons why captive-born cats can't be set free. We do rehab and release cats who were born in the wild. So here in Florida, that would be bobcats. And we just set a bobcat free a few days ago. Am I bothering you? Yeah? Put your ears down, tell me what for. All right, I'll leave. I can take a hint. There's beautiful Sapphire. You won't put your ears down at me, will you? Oh, Nancy, you're never alone if you've got access to Facebook, because we're always here. Our amazing team of volunteers always show up every day to take care of the cats. And all of our online volunteers show up every single day, no matter what, to be with all of you guys online. Oh yes, that's a sweet chuff. Where's your Afton? Is Afton on vacation? I think she might be. Lots of people vacationing this time of year. I hope you're staying safe, keeping your distance from people that you don't live with, keeping your masks on and social distancing. Cassie, I'm so glad you got your 8x10 of Kimba. Sapphire looks so sleepy. Oh my goodness. It's perfect sleeping weather, isn't it? Yes, it is. Oh, thank you, Madison Ann. Madison Ann was just out at Turpentine Creek visiting our friends out there. I'm very excited about Saturday. Hidden Tiger comes out. Oh my goodness, that's going to be so exciting. We worked on that for 5 years, just like we did with Tiger King, but I've actually seen the finished product for Hidden Tiger, and it's going to air on Saturday. You can sign up to either rent it for like $2 and something, or you can buy it for $9 and something, and part of the proceeds actually comes to Big Cat Rescue. Each one of the sanctuaries that participated in it has the same deal, where we have like a special link where we can offer it, and we can't offer it for any less than what the filmmaker asked us to offer it for. So it's all the same price no matter who you go through. It's just which sanctuary you want to be supporting. I hope you'll be supporting Big Cat Rescue and getting your copy there. You know, there's a beautiful scene if I can get up there fast enough. All the birds flying. They seem a little confused about the wind. All right, Sapphire, one more bit of your beautifulness, and then we'll go see if we can find Jasmine. Hidden Tiger is everything that Tiger King should have been and wasn't. It's beautiful, beautiful footage of tigers in the wild, and they talk to all kinds of experts, including some of your favorite sanctuary members, including, of course, me and Howard. And I think Carolina Tiger Rescue is in there. Tammy Quist is in there. From Wildcat Sanctuary. It was Pam Falk from Carolina Tiger. I forget who all. But it's actually a show that talks to experts in the field about how to save the tiger and how the private possession of tigers is what's causing their extinction. So it's not the freak show that Tiger King was, and it probably won't get the same kind of viewership, but I'm hoping everybody here who does watch it will give it as a gift, share it with your friends, do everything you can to get people to see what's happening with big cats in the wild in time to save them. Oh goodness, Simba, you're killing me. Can you guys see him? Probably not, it's so far away, but I'm going to see if I can zoom in. He's just rolling around on his back. Does that feel so good? Yeah, the name of it is Hidden Tiger. It took them over 5 years to create it, and they did just a beautiful job of it. Sadly, they went the same route that Tiger King did, trying to sell it to Netflix and CNN and all of the normal suspects, the usual suspects. And because it wasn't a freak show, nobody bought it. And so the only way that they can recover their cost and try to continue to do that kind of good work is through this pay-per-view type of a setup. It's very sad. People doing such good work should be rewarded. You see Kali. It's not your best side, but I see you. Hey! Did I wake you? So sorry. Trying to be quiet. Couldn't remember if I had made a URL for that, so apparently it's bigcatrescue.org/hidden. Hidden? You're not hidden, are you? I'm not hidden. Beautiful Kali. Are you staring at the flowers on my head? Yeah, my mask. Did you kick him behind there? If you're new to us, you can go to bigcatrescue.org/catbio. All of our cat's biographies are there. Her name is Kali, so the way most of our pages are would be like bigcatrescue.org/Kali, Kali. I love to watch cats take a bath. I could just watch my own house cats do that for hours. Does have a pretty pink nose, doesn't she? Surely, for some reason, this is the most bizarre thing. My account is the primary account for Facebook, and when I go live, I don't have an option for a donate button. This is the dumbest thing. Anybody else who works for us can go live, and there's a donate button, but not when I go live. So if you do want to give, there's a couple ways that are really good. You can go to bigcatrescue.org/donate, and all of the different ways you can donate are there. So the best way for us is through our salsa page. That way you end up in our database, and we're able to keep track of how much your donations are each year, and it adds them up, so we know, like, if you've been with us for 10 years and you've been donating $500 a year, what that means over time. PayPal is there, and Bitcoin is there. Yeah, those Bitcoins are too expensive right now, aren't they, girl? They sure are. And you can give on Facebook. So by doing a Facebook fundraiser is a good way to raise money for the cats. You look like you're balancing a donut on your nose. Alright, I'm going to see if I can find that cute tiger, Simba. Did I refer to you as Max earlier? I might have. This is Simba, who was rolling. You roly-poly. It's a roly-poly. Yes, you are. Hi. What are you doing there? Yep, let me hold all my cords back so that you are not. I hear our royal lioness. Can you guys hear her roaring? I don't know if you can hear her with this microphone under my face shield. Somebody's saying there isn't one. I may have taken down the PayPal button because it's such a bloody hassle. If PayPal is your only way to want to give, then our email is customerservice@bigcatrescue.org. Customerservice@bigcatrescue.org. The reason we don't like some of the other platforms for bringing in donations is because a lot of times they don't share your information with us, and so we have no way to thank you, and that's really sad. I mean, we want to thank you for everything that you do, and anybody who donates over $500, my husband gives them a handwritten note thanking them, and our volunteers in the gift shop, I think, write notes for everybody over 100, maybe everybody over 25, I'm not sure. Marlene wants to see Pria. Pria is way across the lake there, on the other side of that catwalk. But we can walk over there and see if she's anywhere to be seen. I know we were trying to read to her yesterday and couldn't find her. She's got a rather large enclosure. It's probably about 2 acres over there. And when she gets lost in the woods, you just cannot see her. Simba and Kali have all of these cages that I'm walking past here. There are 6 of them. Each of the cats have 3 each, and each one is at least 1,800 square feet, has a pool and a den and a feeding lockout. So I'm still walking past all of Simba's cages. This little roofed area back here behind this cabin is Tom Bobcat. She's over 20 years old. We have a lot of cats that are over 20. I think there's like 7 right now. And what we have on our plans to do is to modify the inside of this building into an indoor-outdoor recovery hospital. We have a recovery hospital for our Bobcat rehab program because those cats sometimes, after being hit by a car, takes them a while to recover. Hey, Tom. Hello, my sweet. So they have their own recovery place, but Tom, she just will not come in out of the rain. So that's why she has a roof over most of her cage, so that she can be wherever she wants to be. She doesn't have to come in out of the rain to stay dry. Sometimes when the cats are really, really old, they're kind of senile and need a little bit of help. I think tomorrow's the first day it's supposed to be really cold. And all of these older cats have heating pads in their dens so they can stay nice and warm. And the cats who don't have heating pads, the ones that are not so old, have hay in their dens so they can snuggle down in it. But once we renovate this little cabin, then she'll also be able to have like a kitty door, and she can come inside or outside depending on how the weather is treating her, so that she's not too hot in the summer or too cold in the winter. You see, she's got a pretty good sized coat on her. Yeah, we got distracted. We were on our way to Pria Tiger. Breezy Bobcat was born in 1996. Another ancient cat. This is our kitten cabana, and before COVID-19, we were working with the Humane Society of Tampa Bay. Our interns would foster kittens all night, and then when they were big enough and had their first set of shots, they would come in this room for socialization to make it easier to adopt them out at the shelter. But with COVID-19, we're really low on interns. It's hard for people to travel from abroad and then come here and have to be in quarantine for months or for weeks. So we have not been participating in that program. So right now, Loki, a Savannah cat who just really seemed to hate being outside. Most cats love it. When we rescue Savannah cats from most people, they're just like, this is the best ever, but not Loki. He really did not care for being outdoors, so he's doing pretty good in there. He has the whole room to himself and a camera on him. All of this wind has knocked so many leaves down on the water. Can you see that? It's just like covered over there on Pria's side. Oh, I guess they're locked up. That's why they aren't down here. Duh. I just get through telling you guys that everybody was locked up because of the wind. So that means Duchess will be up here in her cave. I see her tail. And this again is where we have these open roof cages. Like you can see there's no roof on that. And if a tree were to fall over, you can see that the cat could just walk right out. So when we have really windy days like today, the cats are all called into their roofed areas like this. And we've had trees go down on. You're adjusting your little feet there, getting comfy. We've had trees go down on these roofed sections. And it might crunch a corner of the top, but it doesn't reach the cage, so the cat's safely contained. So weird being here when there's nobody around. I see somebody still here. They must be doing evening meds. Let's see if we can get in a little closer for Pria. I am really a minimalist, you know? I don't like stuff. I'm not one for having a lot of tchotchkes. And this morning, I just woke up in a mood. And I went through my dresser drawers and just threw away so many things that I don't wear anymore. I didn't throw them away. I took them to one of those places where you donate your clothes. I don't want to stand there talking and disturb her. The reason that we punch holes in these dens is because so many of our cats are so old, and some of them have to get things like meds for their arthritis. I see that eye. There's an eye peeking at me. Yes, you're so funny. You're so funny. Hi. Yeah. Everyone come see you, Duchess. So the cats have to get their meds, and if they're in their den, sometimes they won't come out, especially if it's like raining, nasty out. Of course, they don't want to come out in that and take their medications, so that way the keepers can put their meds on a stick and push it through the hole. And the cats are usually very happy to get a treat that way. If you guys can see up on the porch there, this was our gift shop. Still is our gift shop. It's just nobody's coming here anymore, so there's nothing going on in there. This time of year, there's been a lot of people buying stuff online, so we've been doing a lot of shipping. But up there is a list of all of the members of Congress this year. And if they have a star beside their name, that means that they have signed on as co-sponsors for the Big Cat Public Safety Act. And that passed on December 3rd in the House with a 2/3 vote, which was great. The Senate didn't take it up on their side, so it'll die this year, most likely. Not to die now, but more than likely it won't pass this year. But the good news is, with 2/3 support, there's a very good chance that we can hit the ground running next year, and we'll be asking you guys to do all the same stuff. Contact first thing in the new year, we will reintroduce it and ask everybody to contact their member of Congress again. At this time, depending on whether or not the Senate goes Democratic or Republican as to how fast it could likely move. These are the cats who have lived here and died here. And I don't want another single cat to pass on before our bill becomes law. And that law will do two things. It will ban the cub handling, which is what drives almost all of the abuse. And it will phase out private possession. So people who have the animals will have to register them. Nobody's going to take them away. You can keep them until they die. They just can't buy or breed more. We feel like every cat who's ever been here is really important and should be remembered forever. So thank you, everybody who has made this possible through the donations to their plaques. Each cat only has one forever sponsor, and that person pays $500 for the plaque and whatever they want written on it. And then that money goes to often the end-of-life care for the cats, whatever the last vet bills were. The cats are cremated. It's hard to say microwaved. God, what is the matter with my brain? They're cremated. And then if there's anything that we can learn from any studies, DNA testing and that sort of thing, or sometimes we're involved with our rehab cats with studies that they're doing on the cats in the wild, because there's a horrible disease here in Florida that's been affecting Florida panthers and bobcats. The scary thing about that is it started happening about a year before COVID-19, and it's a coronavirus, just like COVID-19. So I'm no scientist, but it sure seems like there's an awful lot of coincidence in us wreaking so much havoc on nature that we have caused this pandemic. Look at these beautiful blue flowers. Wow. I don't remember ever seeing so many blue flowers in with Moses and Bailey. It's so pretty. Where are you? Oh, I see one of you. I see a bobcat up on the platform. Oh, two bobcats. Hi. Hello. It's just me. Hi, Moses. Hi. Hello, my sweetheart. Yes. Woo, woo, woo. Woo, woo. Are you going to try and pee on me now? Because that's what bobcats do. Yeah. That's why they don't make good pets. It's because you grow up to be bobcats, huh? And the way bobcats and all of the other cats mark things they want to keep is to pee on them. Woo! Woo! Yeah, your girlfriend's up top. I saw her up there, I think. Did she move? She did. There she is. Hey, Bailey. Aw, you guys are being so cute. Anywhere that you see cats living together, they're spayed and neutered. We don't do any breeding. No legitimate sanctuary breeds cats. Or any other wild animals for that matter. Yeah, you were sound asleep, weren't you? I love that little sound. Woo woo. Where did he go? Where did he go, baby? I don't see where Moses went. Oh, there he is over there. You're making it very hard to follow you. Which may be the point. Here's somebody firing off fireworks. It's been that way at my house. I really hate fireworks. Yeah, gonna give me PTSD. Oh, do not reach out for me. I'm gonna fall over. You guys are too silly. Too silly. As far back as it'll go. I just need to back up. You guys get Christmas trees everywhere, huh? Moses had cancer a few years ago and had to have his toe removed, a couple of his toes removed. But he's done fine since then. Yeah, I've heard that they're not terribly social with other people. I don't know why, because I haven't been your feeder in many, many years. Usually the cats love whoever feeds them. It's no big secret what cats love. They love being fed. And whoever their keepers are, that, like Mama Becky, sneaks them treats all the time, that becomes some of their favorite people. Yep. You missed me. You missed me. Even if you turn, I don't think you'll hit me. You see how much he's peeing? 5 minutes later, he can do that again, and again, and again. And that's what they do in your house and all over your yard. And let me tell you, that smell is vile. You do not want that anywhere near you. You guys are working me, aren't you? She's like, pay attention to me, while he comes sneaking up underneath to see if he can get the phone cord, the cable. See how they do that headbutt? That's a friendly greeting that cats give each other. I've had them do that to me before, back when we used to touch the cats prior to 2003. They can just about give you a concussion, and their heads are so tough. In fact, I was watching, you guys probably saw it too on Facebook a couple days ago. There was a bobcat that had been injured, hit by a car, and the SPCA had come out to rescue the cat. And so many times, these bobcats in the wild, they'll get hit by a car. We have one cat, I think the cat got hit like 2 or 3 times by cars, and they still manage to walk away from it because they are just so tough. Pound for pound, I don't think there's anything stronger or more fierce than a bobcat. And they're not that big. Here in Florida, they get to be maybe 25 pounds for a male, 18 to 20 for a female. She is demonstrating how their cages work. So they have 3 of these cages that are all attached by these overhead tunnels. You gonna call him over? Are you coming, Moses? Nope. How do I get out of here, Bailey? I'm not sure. Oh, here's a gate right here. I'll do it. I'll take it. Jamie, my daughter, has chickens at home, or had chickens. Now she has a chicken because a raccoon managed to tear apart the wire on her chicken coop. So she reinforced it with much, much stronger wire, and we were putting in stake wire around the bottom. So that's what we do at the bottom of these cages. We cut an extra piece where the terrain is uneven, and then pound that down into the ground to make sure that it's secure, mostly against other animals digging in. The cats never really try to dig out, but sometimes armadillos and such will try to dig in. We don't want that to happen. Hi, Shiloh. Hello, my honey. Yeah. I'm going to say hi to Filmo from a distance, because Filmo does not know or trust me yet. He's one of our most recent rescues. And it's so rare to see him out. You thought everybody was gone for the day, didn't you? Yeah. I'm not going to look at you. I'm going to look at Shiloh, okay? Because Shiloh's okay with me. They came from the same place. It's just Shiloh's a lot friendlier. Hi, honey. Who's my good boy? You are. That's who. Oh. Having a nap on the coolaroo. Aren't those bobcat tails so cute? Oh my gosh. You're killing me with it. Twitchy bobcat tails and a bobcat bath. Filmo and Shiloh came from Wildlife Way Station. It had been the oldest sanctuary in the United States for wild animals. I think they had been around for, 30 years. We've been around for 28, and they've been around for a few years before us. But sadly, so many of these places don't plan for what's going to happen when the founder gets old and crazy. So thankfully here, we have the next generation, which is my daughter Jamie. And we have a real board of directors who would watch and make sure that I'm not doing anything crazy. And, even craziness aside, just the fact that some of these founders at these places are so old, and they have been, in many cases, like the driving force behind keeping the places alive. They do it with the help, like I do it with the help of so many amazing people, but at the end of the day, there's one person that's left holding the bag if everything goes down wrong, and it's that founder. And if you don't have somebody that's willing to be that person where they say the buck stops here, I'm responsible for everything that happens, then they end up having to disperse like they did at Wildlife Way Station. And so all of the cats very quickly were placed into accredited sanctuaries from the Big Cat Sanctuary Alliance. I think there's still some chimps there because chimps are so much harder to place. They're really hard to cage, very difficult to care for. Thank you for posting that link to Wildlife Way Station and their rescue story. I saw somebody mention Christian the Lion. Yeah, I really hate that people share that story because it's so misleading. And people love it because they want to believe that fantasy. So the fantasy was these guys in London bought a lion cub, and they raised it in their apartment, and it loved them. And then when it got too big, they took it to the wild, and they set it free, and it lived happily ever after. And they went to visit it a year later, and the cat recognized them and ran up and hugged them. And everybody just loves that story. But nobody tells you what happened to Christian the Lion right after that, which was he disappeared because he was stealing cattle from a local village, and was surely killed by the villagers because cats raised by people don't know how to stay away from people. I really wish, when it's funny, I was looking at an old diary entry. I've been posting my diary every day, a new page from my diary. And in January, we'll finally be to the good stuff where Howie comes along. But that doesn't come until like January 5th. But all of the other stupid mistakes I ever made in my life are leading up to that point at savethecats.org. And one of the things I was reading about Animal Planet, and I was so excited when Animal Planet came along because I was like, finally, there's going to be a whole channel dedicated to protecting animals and making people care about conservation and saving them in the wild. And instead, for years there were just so many stupid shows like that thing where they pretended that they were raising tigers in Africa to release back into China. It was all just a scam. And that guy Vallarta, who was like living with lions in the wild, and the Lion Whisperer, and just one irresponsible show after another. In 2016, I think, they said that they made a conscious decision to change their programming to not be people chasing pigs through their kitchens. And so they stopped a lot of this really stupid stuff that they were posting. But it still hasn't been what it could have been. It could be a show all about real conservation work and real efforts to save these animals. And I really hope, after Mother Nature has sent us all to our room this year, that they might rethink their programming and do a lot more responsible type programming and a whole lot less of people touching wild animals and pretending that's okay. Hello, you beautiful cat. Oh, Gilligan, you're so beautiful. I had to come see you. This is Gilligan. He's a Canada lynx. Me too, Leah. I really wish there was more true conservation programs, really showing there's so many people doing great work out there. And it would be, I think, so entertaining to people to see the kinds of things that you have to struggle with. I mean, you talk about Survivor being a show. What these people do when they're tracking these wild animals out where they live in the wild, that is some serious, serious Survivor stuff. While I'm live, I can't see my battery level on my phone, but my guess is it's about to go. So if I just go to black, don't worry, I'm fine. It's just my phone has said enough already. I'm wondering if the picture quality you're seeing is as good as what I'm seeing. I've got the new iPhone 12 because it's supposed to be much better in low light, and I mean, it's really dark under there where he is, but on the screen here, he looks pretty good to me. Everybody can recognize who he is, so I'm guessing that you can see him okay. Yes, he is dignified. If you guys seen on Facebook, there's been 2 different posts that I've seen recently that I just loved. One of them was, I think, 4 bobcats, apparently on somebody's back porch and backyard, I think in Canada. And then another one where there's 3 bobcats that are out on the edge of a lake, and the guy has a drone, and he says he got a little bit too close with the drone because if the cats were moving away from him, he was too close. But it really was, ooh, what was that? Was it me? Something sneaking up behind me? But what I loved about that was it looked like it was probably a mom with her 2 kittens that were about as big as she was. And when the drone started coming in too close, she just goes right up that tree toward it. And I was like, that is just such like a bobcat mom to be like, I don't care what this big flying thing is, it's going down. Thank you, Marcy. Yolanda, conservation really isn't my area of expertise. We donate $100,000 a year to conservation projects, and we give some to tigers, but we try to make that mostly for the smaller cat species because almost none of the money in foundations and such goes to small cat studies. In fact, we're funding right now Pampas Cat project, and it's like the first ever in the region and hardly has any other supporters because they're tiny little cats. They're hardly bigger than a house cat. Speaking of hardly bigger than a house cat, Flint! I know. You thought I didn't see you, didn't you? You were gonna pounce and I was gonna be scared. It was gonna be so funny. You're all about the funny, aren't you? Yep. Yeah, I was glad that he didn't say where he was with the drone so that people don't go up there and harass the cats. Oh, there's my notice. Low battery warning. So apparently it does pop up on the screen when it's about to go. So I'm going to let you guys go with a beautiful image of beautiful Flint. Where's your cuddle bunny? He's in here with Nabisco somewhere. And they have been making some really beautiful images together. People have just been posting so many cute cuddle shots of Flint and Nabisco. I love it. Love it. He does have some long legs, doesn't he? You were showing us just how long. I can reach all the way out. I love his personality. He's just, you're all about the fun, aren't you? Everything is about the fun. even when you're sleepy. All right, everybody. Well, thank you so much for joining me today, and I hope you have a very lovely Christmas Eve. I hope your Christmas tomorrow is just the best Christmas ever. And I will look forward to us putting 2020 behind us. Oh, you know what else? On Christmas Eve, I will be on CNN with Anderson Cooper. And then I'll also be on Fox, and that'll be the national Fox outlet. So it'll be like on all of your local Fox stations, or almost all. I think there are a few that don't do the same as everybody else, but usually for something like that where it's like New Year's Eve, those will all be tuning in for that. If I get a better idea of the time, I'll let you know. I am not a night owl, so I'm going to be early in the night for sure. Are you going to come running out the other side? Oh, your door's shut. I wonder why the door's shut. Well, I'm sure there's a reason. All right. Goodbye, everybody.